Hi and welcome back to my YouTube channel. The ongoing saga of the Mullard LP1171 module continues. It's now time to remove this little beastie from my Roberts R600. Just thought I'd do a bit of handheld to start with, just to show you what I've got here on the bench. See, that's the Roberts. I'm going to just pop those speaker leads off in a minute, just to free that, get it out of the way. I don't want to be pulling that about everywhere while I'm trying to get this thing out. Got a couple different soldering iron situations. I've got one of my older soldering irons here, which is one that I bought from Maplin's a few years ago when they were on offer for about £19, I think, in British money. Reason I've gone for this one is because of this. Very, very fine long tip, which is going to be perfect for getting down beside that switchback, because I really don't want to be burning anything if I can absolutely help it. So that's why I've gone for that one. Unfortunately, that sort of tip I haven't got for my my soldering station, or my other soldering station, which you can probably hear going in the background. So that's that. As I say, it's just a standard temperature controlled iron. Got it set fairly high. I'll probably pop it down a little bit in temperature from that, but I do need to be able to actually get the solder braid in there and clean up the pins before I can pull the module out. So I was going to use an old Antex iron, which has got a really nice thin tip on it, but unfortunately it's only 12 watt and I don't think it would get it hot enough. So moving over to my soldering station, as you can see, I've got the noisy old desoldering tool warmed up, 400 degrees. Like to get it hot, suck the solder off and get it out there quick. So when we get down to the module, I will need to turn it down a little bit because there's some quite fragile pads on the module itself. Anyway, bear with me and we'll get going. Okay, I'm going to try and get you in on the action. It's going to be difficult because it is very sort of hands-on. My hands are going to be in front of it from time to time, so bear with me. I'll show you whatever I can. So first of all, let's get this soldering iron tip tin. Just going to whip a little bit of solder off there. So I've got the old Brillo pad, scouring pad thing on this one. Over there actually. So let's pop that down a little bit in temperature. Come on. Turn that back to about 350. That'll do. Just going to whip the leads off the speaker. Again, I've taken lots of photos of all of this. It's not hot enough now, that. There we go. Come on. There's one. So a little bit of solder into that. Always helps. One out of the way. Right, where do we begin? Well, it begins in underneath this little baby. So let's get you in a little bit closer. Again, I'm going to take some pictures. I've already taken a few, but I'm going to probably disconnect some of these leads and get them out of the way and make it a bit easier. Just, make sure I've got that covered. There we go. So, let's find something I can point with. This is where I need to be removing the module pins. I'm going to start with this side first because I'm always of the opinion if you do the hardest bit first, it's easy from there on. So it always works for me. Get the hardest stuff out of the way, and that's plain sailing from there on. So say I've got quite a few wires in the way here which I need to just get out of the way. I don't really want to be burning stuff, so let me get the soldering iron in and see if we can pop some of those off. That's definitely the way. Cool. Gotta love this. I'm going to need to pop that iron up hotter. It's not hot enough. Let's get the old forceps out. Very useful tool, the old forceps. Let's go in and see if I can grab that other wire. What I'll do is I'll just tack those back together. Because I know they're joined onto that switch. The vision is getting better. What else is in the way? This green wire, which is out of the FM module. Just turn that off for a minute. That's rather noisy. Turn it back on when I need it. A little bit of solder, which helps to just have a little tiny bit of solder on the tip. Let's get this green one out of the way. Come on. There she goes. Let's hope I don't lose the photos of these. Finally, and the other one that's really in the way is this red one. There we go. Okay, I'll just unhook the camera a minute and get you in for a close-up. There we are, that's about as close in as I can get you. As I say, you can see what I've disconnected so far. Let's get the screwdriver in here. So you see these are the module pins here, running down in a line in between the two switches. That's basically now what I've got to, where am I? Yeah, that's what I've got to unsolder all of these. So that is going to be a bit of a game. So I'll try and show you, but I will be using my magnifier for this, and it will be in front of the camera, so you might need to join me after, but we'll see how we go. Okay, I've got a bit of a camera view for you. I say very difficult because I do need to get in here really. I've got a particularly awkward wire here. I don't know if you can see my tweezers. It's a pain, this one. It's right by where I need to solder, or desolder as it is, and it actually runs underneath this switch bank here, and it pops out under here. I don't know if you can see the grey wire there, and into the FM module. What a pain that wire is. I'm going to have to snip the top off and pull it through, unfortunately. I'm going to probably regret doing that when I try and thread the thing back through later, but I don't think, unless I can just pop it down in underneath that and pull it to the back, that might be better, because I don't know if I'll be able to actually get it. back through. Let's get a little trickier pair of tweezers and give it a go. So, get down. Just, it's quite a stiff wire, there's no real give in it. Just need to pop it in underneath there. As you can see, this is one of them jobs. Not for the faint-hearted, this one. There we go. That might, I might be able to get them out of the way now. Just need to get them away from those pins, really. Come on, out. Get out of there. There. Certainly fighting this wire. Does not want to come. Come on. Here we are. There we go. Come on, I just want you to hook up over there. No, I think that's as good as I'm going to get it. At least it's out of the way. No point wasting ages messing with that. So, let's have a little go then. So I've got some braid ready. Let's make sure that's not too thick. That's about right. I'm going to take another picture a minute just while that's out of the way. A final image. Do you get the feeling that I think this might not go back? Oh. Number 2 off. It's difficult trying to put the soldering iron back on its stand when you've got that magnifying light in the way. 2 down, 3 to go. And the next. Got it. The last difficult one. Come on. Got it. Right. So that is that one free, that one free, that one free, that one free. Next I've got to get this one out. There's a little grey wire attached to that one. There we go. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pins on that side soldered. Now I've got to work out a way to clean them so as they'll pull through. Okay. Let's pull that back a little bit. actually that much solder on them. Let's get the braid in on this one. Be careful with these Roberts boards because the traces aren't brilliant on them. If you overheat them, as I probably will at some stage, they lift off of the board. I've got the solder jumpers in, it just starts looking a bit messy, so okay, have we got any module movement yet? Just to add insult to injury, they also use two of the pins. As you can probably see down here, there's a pin there that's bent over, just to complicate matters. It's like a surgeon. There we go. Okay, I've just got to clean that pin there up. That's a tricky one. Don't think my desoldering tool will fit in there. Just try it for size. So it's tangled up everywhere. No, it won't fit in there without burning the switch, which I don't want to do. I might be able to get it in that way though. Right, just looking through the magnifier here, there is quite a bit of solder on some of these, so I'm going to have to go in with some braid to see if we can get some of it off. Just get shaky arms now. That's a good one, got that. That's a big blob on that other one in there as well. I've got to solder this back on in a minute. Well, not in a minute, but it's a job for tomorrow or Sunday, I think. Cool. One thing to bear in mind when you're doing this as well is this braid does get red hot, so be careful and snip a bit of that off. Particularly brilliant braid this actually, but it's pretty fine. You have got to do this unfortunately, as they won't pull through the holes in the PCB. Pain in the neck, but oh well. Roberts engineers obviously had to do them in the day when they were sent back for repair because no one was allowed to touch them. Let's have another go at this in underneath here. Oh, sorry, you probably can't see any of this. Almost looks like it's a track burnt away there as well, actually. Looking at that, it's unusual. I think someone's been in having a play with this before. So I need to have a look at the circuit board on that, because it looks like there is a trace missing. Joy. I might be wrong, but it certainly does look like it's broken off there. Right, let's see if we can get this beastie moving. Get it moving, it will go. Let's get a little screwdriver in underneath Mr. Mullard module. Come on. You know you want to. There we go. Okay. The module is moving. This is scary stuff, it really is. Right, let's get this back in here. And we can start having a look at the other side. Right, let's pause that a minute. Right, we're back with the second side of the module, the easiest side. Let's not speak too soon. What I'm going to do is quickly go over and just solder some of the points where I'm going to suck the solder off. It seems it's a bit strange adding solder into something you're going to desolder, but it does make it easier, believe me. Why? It seems to like to suck the fresh solder off. Alright, so wire to lift there. Just a little blue one. Let's get that one out of the way. So I don't know if you can see here, but it's these 3 pins here. Let's get the other side. Zoom you in a little bit. So we've got these 3 pins here. We've got a customary bent over pin there. And a single pin at the back here joining onto this capacitor. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to do. So let's see if I can get the desoldering tool on these. It might speed things up, make it a bit easier. Let's tin the tip of this one as well. One. Right, well that was a bit quicker. So okay, we're doing. They're definitely loose. That one's loose. Make sure that was lifted off the board there. Just a little screwdriver. No. very careful of the board there. Let's get a bit of braid on that as well. Sure, definitely in business. Look with the remember, it's still got a bit of board stuck to it, so be careful. What I'm going to do is bend that one up. A little tiny bit of solar arch, I think it's not looking good there. We're going to need to bridge that one. There we go. Let's turn that off. It's a useful little tool, that really. Let's move this one back, turn the other iron off. It's the moment of truth. Will the module come out? Low module. You beauty. There he is. Cool. You've given me trouble. Right, let's tidy the bench up a little bit and we'll get into the module.